Good day, guys. This is Practiphile, and today I am going to give my final thoughts on two HiBy units. One is their top of the line HiBy Zeta and the HiBy FC6 R2R dongle. So yeah, first let's start with the Zeta. So this is priced around, I think, 1,200 bucks. This is a tribrid, a combination of a DD, BA, and ESTs, I think 4 ESTs. Now I'm going to refer to my graphs right here. Yeah, looking at the tonality of this, it's a bassy set. Yeah, it's a bassy set. It's V-shape, as you can see there. There's elevation in the bass, and there's also elevation in the treble. Like, for people who don't trust graphs, I understand your point. I know where you're coming from. There was a time when I don't know how to read graphs, but I don't know, like if I call this bass level neutral, I must have, I don't know, like what do you say of me? Like, if I perceive this as neutral bass, you know what I mean? Yeah, and then like there's a treble here around like maybe 7K. If I say that the treble is muted, like, you know what I mean? Yeah, you can see something in graphs. Graphs are not all, I understand that. I have experienced it myself. Not all you see in graph is real, but at least it gives you an idea that what you see there exists, okay? Now again, this is a V-shaped IM. It's rather warm actually, so it's not kind of like the balance on the bass and the treble. It's leaning on the bassy side of things. Is it bad? No, I think that the bass on the Zeta is actually really good. I think I posted it before, or I think I commented on a Facebook page, or I think I shared my impressions that the bass on these hits like thunder. Like it's like how the shells are, you know, like the design of the shells is like thunderous. It's I'm kidding. But yeah, it's like really textured. You feel the air from kick drums. It's really crazy. You do get bass bleed mids. So what's a bass bleed? So basically, bass bleeds are like your mids won't sound as open as they are, and vocals can be recessed, and then female vocals aren't as lively as they should be. So basically, bass bleed is like, for me, it's like tonal color on instruments and vocals becomes warmer. Warmer than they should be. Is it bad? Well, it depends on the person. Some people preferred it dry. They prefer their mids bright maybe. And of course, if you introduce mid bass, it's gonna change the tonal color of instruments and vocals, and they think it's like bleeding into the mids. I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing. I think it's a preference thing, or like, you know, a flavor thing. I do sometimes like that kind of presentation. I do have some bassy sets. I don't know, like for me, I just get deeper stage, you know? I get deeper stage with sets that have mid-bass emphasis. So that's about the bass. Mids here, they sound organic and natural. They're not as lively as I would like because of the elevation of the bass and the elevation of the treble. Yeah, it's not about that the vocal sounds recessed. It's just that because there's emphasis in the bass and the treble, you kind of like, it's not the spotlight of the tuning. You know what I mean? Like, it's highlighting the bass, it's highlighting the treble. I mean, then maybe like you get like, oh, okay, the vocals are recessed, but actually, yeah, to some extent, because like when instruments play together and when the tracks get busy, that's a time when vocals, it's not that you don't hear them, you hear them, it's just that there's not enough emphasis on the vocals, even if the song is intending to like showcase how the vocals are done. So that's what this set is. I don't think it's bad. I think it's done enough to make this sound smooth and laid back sound. Yeah, it's a very laid back set. The mids aren't shouty. They're not fatiguing in any way. Treble. So for the treble, it has the dip that I like, around 6K, I guess. Let me see. Yeah, this part right here, it has a dip. Oh, about the shout thing, I do notice that a little bump there around 5K. I mentioned that it's not shouty, but at times it can be like you feel that there's some emphasis on some instruments, like example, probably snares, like there's some inaccuracies on their tonal color. Yeah, it's not particular shouty, maybe just energetic. Yeah, because they're not fatiguing in any way. Maybe for some people, this area here might be too energetic, especially when female vocals belt, so you feel that 5K peak there. And it dips. I like that dip because, I don't know, for some reason, it makes cymbals and other instruments sound natural and organic. Then after that, it has some treble energy around 10K for perceived, I don't know, resolution. But I do like the treble presentation on these. Like, I honestly like how cymbal sounds with the Zeta. I can't complain much about about the treble, other than like it, for me, it extends well. Maybe that boost there around 10K is to compensate the the level of bass, because if that wasn't there, I think this set would just be too warm, yeah, too bassy. For technicalities, yeah, it has ESTs, and as I've mentioned before, I like how ESTs handle treble because they have that natural, they have this natural tinge to them for some reason. Of course, if done right. There are other ESTs that doesn't really do the job well, but yeah, when done right, I like how it's implemented. Yeah, that's about the Zeta. Yeah, if you're into V-shaped and laid back top of the line, I think the HiBy Zeta is a good pick. For Z1R, I don't remember really, but I feel like, yeah, the bass might be, I don't know, maybe I think the bass on the Z1R is cleaner and tighter and more satisfying. This one is like just pure fun bass, thunderous, and I don't know what other descriptors are there. So yeah, for my final scoring of the Zeta, for tonality, so yeah, maybe tonality, I give it 2.5 for tonality. I like it. For the price, really? Tonality is 2.5? Yeah, or maybe just 2. I'll change it. I'll give it 2 for tonality. Bass is definitely a 3. I really like the bass. So 2 plus 3. Mids is also average 2. For the treble, I give it 2.5. And for the text, I give it 2.5. So that's a total of 12. And 12 in my ranking is 12 is A minus. It's, yeah, it's a good set, really. There are, you know, few compromises with this set. For the grab score though, so here's my grab score. So I think I'm gonna give it, I think 2. I'll give it 2 for the grab score. Can be part of my rotation. It's not number 3. I break my rotation and grab this one today because, yeah, because like I've never grabbed this one. Or maybe because I'm reviewing other sets, but this would definitely be part of my rotation. Like, you know, like today I listen to it, tomorrow it's fine if I don't listen to it. That kind of thing. So yeah, that's about the HiBy Zeta. Now let's move on to this one here, the HiBy FC6 dongle. Now this one surprised the heck out of me. Like really. I love how R2R sounds. What can I say? Like, I paired this with the Affle Performer 8, and I really like how it managed to make the Affle sound very, very natural and organic sounding. I was surprised about that, really, because for me, the treble on the Affle can sometimes sound artificial or over boosted, but the HiBy FC6 just changed that. I noticed this with R2R because I've tried the, I think, RU6 from Cayenne. I love that so much. I tried the what's that? I think the HiBy R2, like the DAP. I tried that too when I was in Japan, and I just love how smooth and velvety R2R sounds. So yeah, other than that, it's like it's a very controversial thing on sources. The change is minimal. For me, it doesn't really justify, you know, the price to like the upgrade, the sound upgrade you get. But what can I say? Like, cause I have a dangle. I'm a very mobile user, not like listening to my mobile phone, but like I always walk, I always, you know, yeah, I'm always on the go, and using dongles is such a hassle. Like, it's on my pocket, and it's just too distracting for me. You know, like I prefer just, you know, in my pocket. There's just a dap there. I change the volume when I'm walking, things like that. Yeah, but you know, maybe for some people they are desktop users. They listen to, you know, to music at their home, and yeah, this can be good. Like it yeah, if in the future there are some dApps with R2Rs, or if HiBy have R2R Android, then maybe I would consider. But yeah, this one here is good. So you get this button right here. So the button change it from, like, I think PCM, NOS, or no NOS or something. The change is very minimal to none. Like, I'd be coping if I tell you that there are differences, like substantial difference in sound. Other than that, like, it powers a lot of IEMs ridiculously good. Like, I'm always like around, I think 10 in volume, or 15, something like that. It has enough juice to power, I think, even cans, or like, I don't have headphones though, but I'm pretty sure it can power. Yeah, that's it for the Darwin. Not Darwin, HiBy FC6. It comes with this small box right here and some cables. That's it. Like, I don't know if you're in for the market of dongles, this might be for you. As for me, I do like the sound, but I don't see myself using it in my day-to-day life. It's not something about the product itself. I like the product. It's just about me and how it matches, you know, my daily usage. So take note, it's not about the product, it's just about me, you know, like it doesn't match my usage. So, but if you are into R2Rs and a warm, kind of like warm analogish sound, then maybe the HiBy FC6 would be for you. So yeah, wow, that's it for my review on these two products from HiBy. Thank you again, HiBy, for doing a tour in the Philippines, and thank you, AJ, for managing this tour. I'm glad that I have tried other comparisons. Oh my god, I forgot to compare it. So to compare it, the Zeta, comparing it with like other top of the lines that I've heard, I think it's one of the IMs that are really good in bass. For the ones that I really tried, like for weeks, like for example the Unique Melody, what's that? Unique Melody Mest Mark III. That one sounds cleaner and better in technicalities. It separates better. And I mentioned that sounds natural. This one is more natural sounding for me. If you want more separation and details, maybe pick that one. But for more, you pay more for that. But if you want, like, because the signature is also different, so it's difficult to compare, really. For the cadenza, it's more expensive. I think that the cadenza is more balanced overall, so I don't know, like, I don't know if I... Why am I even comparing the three? But yeah, my point is, like, if you want a basic top of the line, maybe you consider checking out on the HiBy Zeta. Check other reviews. It's just my personal opinion. Maybe other reviewers out there can do a decent job in convincing you. That's all for now, guys. Thank you so much for watching my video, and I hope you like and subscribe to my channel. Bye bye.